Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect on the Mysterious JG. I did a little bit of off-screen messing around with the inventory. Actually, not very much. It was significantly less than what you were forced to watch in the last video. Well, you weren't forced to, put a gun to your head. But basically I went through the armors. We got rid of most of it. I feel bad about that. I feel like the armors are the ones that are going to sell for the most credits. That is, if there's any logic to the game. Certainly they would involve more material than any of the other things for selling. You know, and by that logic, of course, a massive piece of styrofoam costs the same as, or more than a small diamond. But you know what I'm getting at. You would think that the armors would be more expensive to sell. I think they are amongst the most expensive to buy. Sniper rifles are also very expensive, but you know, whatever. So we're down to very few. I kept one Turian, one Krogan. I don't think I had any Quarian. And I got rid of all of the heavy armor, all of the human heavy armor, except for what Ash is wearing. Ash's heavy armor has been upgraded. She's now wearing the Predator H8 instead of the Predator 8. It looks exactly the same, but it is a different suit of armor. And Liara got a minor upgrade. I replaced her second buff there, which was plus 15% damage resistance, with something that was plus 16% damage resistance. And in fact, at the moment, because I just refused to take him out of the medium armor, I'm being kind of... it doesn't really make sense. I know it's not logical, but I'm just like stuck on the idea that I spent skill points to get Shepard to be allowed to wear medium armor, so he's still wearing the Mercenary 4, and I gave the much better but light armor to Liara. So right now, Shepard has noticeably worse armor than anyone else. Well, it's not awful. He's got worse damage. Yeah, he's actually pretty much worse at everything. And the biotic protection, well, if we're fighting Asari later, I might start feeling the sting from that. As a matter of fact, even if I let Liara keep the super cool Titan 9, even giving him the Titan 7, yeah, I should do this. It's gonna bug me that I'm not wearing medium armor, but no, this is not good medium armor. This really isn't very good medium armor. So I've got the medical interface 6, which gives me the health regen that I love. But it also comes with a second slot, which is a real selling point. And I will give myself shield recovery. Do I want shield recovery, or do I just want more shields? All shields. It's 190 shields. What is it if I get rid of that? Still says 190 shields. Interesting. So it doesn't show your actual total. It shows what your base values is for the armor, and doesn't actually count that. But that's not quite doubling the shields, but it's giving me a lot more shields. So hopefully it will be less frequently that I go, oh, shield! Anyway, let's go ahead and save the game now that the video is halfway over. No, it's not. But hopefully we've got, and we've got now, this is killing me. It's breaking my heart, because I should be selling this stuff to save up for really premium gear. But at this point, I've got almost 400 Omnigel from melting all these items. To quarantine and barracks. Oh, there's an Asari.
What?
Hello?
You seem less upset at this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
She didn't seem calm. She was like, what?
You're a member of the science teams?
Recently transferred, yes.
You're not very chatty. What do you know about making conversation?
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
That's a bit technical for me.
I am very good at tracking inherited variations in genetic sequences. I'm sure you would find it quite dull.
Well, I'm sorry.
You're a member of the science teams?
Recently transferred, yes.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced.
Okay, so let's be more of a jerk about the fact that she's showing off.
Think you could translate that into galactic?
It's a genetic thing. Forget it.
Galactic, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic.
You seem less upset
Nah, I
at this.
didn't mean to do
That
that.
is one of the virtues of the meditation.
Holding
you
a drink in
interrupted.
one hand here and
Tell me
trying
about
to
yourself.
control the conversation
I am
left-handed.
Alestia Alice from the University of Arrayas. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
Did I interrupt something?
I was meditating. I suppose to a species as brash as yours, it would appear to be inattention.
It's kind of a bitch.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alestia Alice from the University of Arrayas. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
No need to be so rude.
You are interrupting my meditations. Precisely how rude must I be to convince you to leave?
Sorry, I'll leave.
Then I will return to my meditations.
But something must be going on there because we got to actually talk to her.
Science puce. She just bug out and leave to die. Therefore, anyway.
We should just... Good one. It's a bug hunt, man, a bug hunt! We should just abandon these ultimate pukes to the hut so that... You guys probably don't remember Sergeant Slaughter. Shame on you.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
Curiously, I am cautious to know what you are doing here. It's depressed Eeyore. See that? Consider that me calling you out. If depressed Eeyore is watching this, he needs to comment now. I don't think depressed Eeyore is watching this particular LP, but if he is, just called you out, punk. This guy is clearly depressed Eeyore. Yeah.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days.
Playing 100
For
World
now,
Story.
With forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
What's this sell crap? Let's try to be nice to him, see if we get Paragon points for it, and if not, I am curious to see if we can yell at him for selling to us at this
Let's
time.
have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain Ventrellis.
Captain Polaris. See, we should have... If I had known this was coming, I would have baked a cake. If I had known this was coming, I would have sold him all this stuff instead of melting it. So we have a... Let's view a comparison. Is this a...
Relieved. It's pleasant to see you well.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully,
I don't get to come up with a new intro to that conversation and yell at him. I don't have a biotic amp. Everybody's got better tools than that. He's selling a bunch of crap, basically. Oh, there's no fucking way I'm buying Wappets right now. Wow. I didn't know quite how many low-level items I had. Oh, this is a buyback, duh. Okay, so I can sell my shitty Omni tool, I can sell my shitty armor. My shitty walls! Not really getting that much cash for these, actually, for all my concern about. Hold on to that. I'm not really using cryo rounds. I'll get rid of the level 6 ones, because I think I can get higher level ones. Probably, eventually. And if not, oh well. You know what? Let's just cut to the chase here. I was warned. I want to say it was not to sell the level 7 fancy different rounds. I'll sell this because whatever it is, it's probably... I'm pretty sure that Rex is already wearing something better. I don't like selling the medical interfaces just in case I've got better ones. These... I don't like selling the radiation round ones. I will sell these. Those are good against Geth, so I'll hold on to them in case I know I'm coming up against the Geth. Boy, these last two videos sure did quickly turn into non-stop, boring, Jeez. I'm getting level 8 stuff now, but I don't think everything below level 8 is, like, actually become worthless to me yet. Alright, I'll tell you what, I'll get rid of everything that's 6. Oh, I just went through and decided I didn't want to get rid of some of these, though. Tungsten rounds, yeah. I think I must have cleared out a decent amount of inventory space. I didn't sell that many things, but...
What? No!
I thought the freaked out guy was a Volus.
Sorry, I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Yeah, is there something you need?
This Volus must be in really bad shape. He's turning into Solarian. The hot labs!
What do you know about the hot labs?
Are they hot?
Nothing, I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
There's still a chance to save Han!
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team's quarters. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
Don't worry, I will do my best to restore the Han.
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job.
Seriously, ass
The
face?
location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
You are going to not tell this... I guess Shepard didn't really introduce himself, but you're going to fucking not tell the heavily armed Spectre is here to save your ass what's going on because you want to be able to work for these assholes who got you into this fucking terrible situation after you get out?
You're not happy on Peak 15?
The outside world doesn't exist.
Well,
just
I was
ice,
replaced by
rock.
TV's
There's only
Frank.
to work, the
Because
discovery.
yes, this guy is...
It's easy to forget
Dr.
why
Eckhart.
science is guided by ethics. Maybe we're paying for that now.
So really, you don't like it here? I mean, it sounds great.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
There was an accident here?
An accident?
I can't talk about what happened. Not here. Too public. Talk to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
There's definitely something up here.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
Guns help you sleep.
I'm looking for an Asari.
Sure, aren't we all?
Sorry,
Boom!
There's
Oh.
Dr. Alice over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
You mean like... You know, I have a freaking master's degree. I mean, it's not in one of the hard sciences. But still. I just, you know, sometimes I make a big loud fart noise and I feel the need to tell people on the internet, you know, I'm actually a fairly well-educated, professionally trained individual. The restricted area. Actually, there's a couple of ways to proceed from here. I'm trying to think which one is the most interesting. It shows you the most plot stuff. But, we're very close to the end of this thing if we go charging through and ignoring some of the side stuff. So there's the quarantine and barracks. We can come in here and try to figure out what's going on. There's a guy who was injured and is quarantined over here. If we go in and talk to him... This Volus, he should be somewhere. We can try to figure out what's going on. Hey, check it out! Liara, matching outfits. She has the female cut. Because, yes, even when Pretty Princess Kaiden is wearing the girly armor, it doesn't give him boobs. There's no reason it wouldn't. I mean, it's hard armor. he could wear it and it would still have, like, you know, boob cups, and that would be fine. He's got nothing underneath him, so no problem. Let's save our game. And then we'll talk to Hanolar. There's still a chance to save Hanolar.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
The oars, our fingers poking through.
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab, you know.
I'm James Brown. Too hot in the hot lab.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Dun, dun,
Rachni?
dun.
That's preposterous.
What the fuck, man?
Where did they come from?
Where do you go?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
They wanted an omelet.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
Shut up, man. Jesus.
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
Thank you.
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane?
You know, I appreciate the fact that although the Volus all pretty much look interchangeable to us, they're wearing these pressure suits. We don't really see what they look like. We see what their pressure suits look like. The first Volus we're introduced to in the game is a complete ass, and the Volus tend to be played for laughs. But, and this is like the overriding, pounded into your head over and over theme of the entire Mass Effect series. Like, you know, if you haven't picked up on it yet, big overriding theme of the series, the third game is basically and 100% about the same thing. Different people have to learn to work together. So I don't know why I'm getting preachy about it now, but I like the fact that Hanolar here, after we'd met, you know, we met the asshole Volus who just like talks down to us all the time. Then we meet the couple of Volus who are kind of like slick. They're always business minded, but they usually seem like cagey, but in kind of a positive way. Like, you know, I'll work with you, Earth Clan, because I think we can have mutually beneficial. The guy who works at the Shadow Broker is a good example. He's like, you know, I'm working for the Shadow Broker. Shadow Broker seems to think you guys have common interests, would help you out. This guy, though, is like, somebody's come in from the outside who's not caught up in this fucked up mess. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to see what we can do. I approve.
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
If I ever get around to playing
I
Mass
told
Effect
you all I
multiplayer,
can.
Mass Effect 3,
We brought the Rachni back from the dead.
Sorry.
In retrospect, a bad decision.
there is a multiplayer component to Mass Effect 3. At least one of my subscribers actually asked me to jump in and play it and gave me his contact info, and I haven't got around to it. I probably never will. But if I did, I would have to play around with I would want to be one of the oddball species that you don't see in combat. I'm pretty sure you can't play as an Elcor or a Hanar, but I would totally try to play as a Volus.
I heard you were at the hot labs.
Good God.
How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Venezia?
Who?
Yeah, that's what she's
Dr.
thinking.
Zonmua. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors.
Oh, fuck.
She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon.
Jesus.
I closed the door. I killed her.
Shit. The Mass Effect series is full of little moments that, you know, minor characters, never important to the overall plot. There's a reason that the series has pretty obsessive fans. There's a reason that it spawned its own comic books, novels, and stuff. It doesn't seem like it's quite as popular as some other science fiction series based on video games. I don't think it's got as much, you know, sideline story stuff going as, say, StarCraft does. But there's a reason that people get into this universe. Here's a guy who will never be important again. He will not be mentioned. He's not going to pop up as a, quote, war asset in Mass Effect 3. But they gave him a, not a humanizing, I suppose, a Volusizing moment where we find out that he had to do something horrible to survive and he hates himself. I don't know why I'm so chatty and not playing the game, but yeah, I really like this kind of thing. it can feel kind of empty considering he's not really a major character, but I like the intent. It's good world building. It gives you the idea that these people you're interacting with have lives outside of their interactions with Commander Shepard, and part of what makes Commander Shepard such an oddball hero. He has this very flat, unemotional reads, which is, I think, a necessity because he can go in so many different directions. They're trying to make it open to the player to decide what's going to happen. So he's kind of flat, and regardless of whether he's being a Paragon or a Renegade sometimes. But one of the unfortunate side effects is that Commander Shepard appears to be the least interesting person in the entire universe, and he is the hero.
Tell me what you know. I'll make your survival mean something.
You'll make her death mean something, I think.
I want absolution? There is none.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
That's a good point, actually. Liara is a good choice to have here. Rex would have been a good choice to have here. I didn't really think about that. And although I enjoy playing the what am I now, a commando? But yeah, the character class I'm playing as, like the tech specialties and sniper rifles, is a good class. They're fun to play as. Strong against the Geth. A biotic using class probably would have been better for this area.
I'll be leaving now.
So, I mean, I like this character. He's obviously in a very bad spot. There's nothing we can do for him. I like that too, actually. I mean, the idea that Shepard can use blue dialogue to solve any problem.
So this hydrogen atom says to another hydrogen, I lost my electron.
Are you positive?
I've heard this one. And the other hydrogen says, man.
That's it, man. Are you sure? I'm not positive, yeah.
I'm positive.
Yeah. I don't think I first heard that through this game, but I actually like that joke.
Shut up. God.
And then Ash is like, God only gives you one life.
Light. I mean, if you don't laugh. I used to have nightmares like this. Too many cheap horror.
He used to have nightmares like this. Some bald human staring at me telling me shitty jokes. It's another aid station. I'm going to keep some of these aid stations. I just went ahead and used it. That was stupid. In Mass Effect 2 and 3, if you hit the aid station when you have full metagel, you actually get experience as a reward for having not used the metagel. But there's no particular reason for me to have done that. I should have realized that. Basically, it means if I use metagel now, I can't replenish it there. So that was kind of dumb. Should have left that be. Oh, there's a storage. I just got a fuck ton of metagel, so forget the save load. And when I forget the save load, of course, it all works in the first try. And what do you know? No message telling me that I have a million items, because I just fucking got rid of everything. Maintenance area is blocked. I thought something was going to happen when I came down here. It seemed like everybody wanted me to come talk to this guy. Where does this go? This goes to the hot labs.
You're not part of the crew.
Inspector.
Call me Shepard. I'm a Spectre, sent by the Citadel.
There aren't any human specters. Look,
I don't get much
Blade
news around
doesn't
here.
care who you are. This lab is under quarantine.
Alright, well. Okay. Certainly I don't have the power to fight my way past one Turian. With my crew, I'll be rolling 2 hot chicks deep. I got my various love interests with me. That's her mom you're talking about. Too many lies. It's Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. I really got to learn the name of that show. I keep forgetting the main character's name. Yeah, I was almost convinced that something happened when you went in there. Plot-wise, something would kick loose. Maybe it's in the medical bay. Medical bay is downstairs. Oh. Hold on to your dreams. It's Dr. Cochran.
What do you want?
I want to know where your accent's from.
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
You know, my wife, Dr. Chakwas, works on your ship.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
I am really fucking sick of this non-disclosure agreement.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
I got blue dialogue.
I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets.
Well, that's
You know Mira,
false
the
hope.
VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
A fixed turtle wagon.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira
Like
in
a
the middle
bunch
of an
of
experiment and the
laser
quarantine
wogs.
failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
Good job.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
The walls
It's a
around my
bioweapon.
head.
Based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature. But there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Do you imagine that distinction makes this ethical?
I never said it did.
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
Mm-hmm. So you're developing safe bioweapons. This guy's, and then he's going to write an op-ed to the New York Times about how America's not exceptional. What a jerk, huh?
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
Herr
I didn't
Doctor.
expect you'd understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Captain Flores.
Is he right to keep people out?
Yeah.
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
I'll beat some sense into him. I can be pretty persuasive. I've got maximum blue dialogue.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
Well, I could do a little tap dance for you.
What will it take to get the cure for these people?
The quarantine labs are near the science team's quarters. Once you're in there, look for our notes. It should just be a matter of following our processes.
How's the science team holding up?
Better than Ventralis' guards. They've been on alert since the first attack. They've been administering stims at their request. But every species needs to sleep. They're getting twitchy, irrational.
They're not that crazy about it. That's scientists either. Considering it's our fault, they're all being killed.
Are you the doctor here?
I'm our doctor, but not the doctor. My specialty is microbiology, not first aid. We had a medic, Dr. Salah, but we lost him.
Who?
The automatics can handle basic treatment. Mira runs them.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Later, gangsta. Nice talking to you. Hey. Alrighty. So now we have to talk to the leader of the pack here about we've already been in here. This is where we just got the gear. So now if we head back towards the tram, which basically is heading towards the entrance to this area, we'll find Captain Polaris, and we can chat with him about letting us into the quarantine area to help the peoples.
Something you need?
Yes, Captain Polaris.
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
Blue dialogue? No?
We're not part of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra medigel.
Good point. He shoots
Yeah,
you.
but you also have extra guns. All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
And, you know what? Even if you come back with a cure and you're not infected, we're still not letting you back in.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
Just kiss him, Shepard.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Mister. And there we are, folks. So, successful little chatty video. We talked to some folks, we sold some stuff, we progressed some plot. Next time, folks, we're going to head to the quarantine area and try to figure out a cure for the bio-weapon that these guys have been developing here. I knew there was something I didn't like about Deep 13. They were developing bad movies that will melt your brain. But we got to go into the quarantine area, hopefully find a way to help those folks, and Bob's your uncle. I'm the Mysterious JG, not your uncle. Unless this is the future and you are my niece or my nephew listening to this. I don't really have any of those right now. Got like a nephew-in-law. But anyway, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.